Hello, my name is Dr. Shambles, and today this is going to be another second video of the day. This is going to be uploaded right after I stop recording this. This video is more of an information kind of video. I already know you guys saw the video of me going through my Katakuri and Purple Luffy decks, but today is a little bit more of news kind of video. So what we're going to talk about in this video is the ban list that's incoming. Yes, there is one coming. The Blackbeard and the Gear 5 Luffy. So first of all, it's the ban list. We have a confirmation of a ban list. It's coming, I believe, in August, and it's coming after the World Championship, just like the last one did. I think that's cool, and obviously this does rise the threat once again that the RP LoL leader may be banned. My opinion on that is, I don't think the leader is going to be banned. I believe now with the announcement of Blackbeard and his support, which we are going to be talking about here, I think now it actually does make sense to ban Gordon. Now we only need to slow down Red Purple Law because we already know Blackbeard is coming. That will help counter the Red Purple Law. So now finally the argument of banning Gordon does make sense. But obviously the threat of the leader being banned is still there, is still here. But I don't believe that's going to happen because of the leaders that we're going to have and their specific strategies. As we know, Blackbeard is countering every single on-play effect, as well as not being able to play one. I think this helps him countering the Red Purple Law because Red Purple Law does use a lot of his on-play effects to get done back. With Blackbeard around, Red Purple Law straight up only has Black Maria and has the Key Blocker and the Pudding. As far as we know, obviously in OPO9 this might change. So I think slowing down the Red Purple Law so it doesn't straight out just gatekeep a lot of decks is good. And so slowing down by banning Gordon is the way to go. And only that Red Purple Law can also be one of the few that can go against Blackbeard in somewhat of an even match. Because he does have those three cards that help him at least ramp up, while most decks are too dependent on play effects. For example, yellow. So I think that's what they're trying to do here by releasing the Blackbeard the way that he is. And I think this is also the same for the Gear 5 Luffy. I think they made the strategy of Gear 5 Luffy, which we'll be talking about here, to somewhat be even with the Lucci strategy. In case you don't know, Blackbeard and Law fought in the anime, and that's why I think they're trying to use that in terms of designing their strategies and designing what counters what. And I think they're trying to somewhat make an even matchup to kind of like mirror that in anime, which I like, by the way. And I think Year 5 with Lucci is with that logic as well. They made Year 5 Luffy be able to straight up just give plus one cost to all of his characters, just to kind of help him keep his board on the field more against the Lucci, which can remove many, well, don't think the number here. He can remove bodies with more ease than most of other decks. So I think that's a way of giving a small boost to the Gear 5 Luffy to help on that matchup. And it's the same with Lucci, because Lucci can straight up just, with the right amount of cards, obviously, can just straight up remove the board of Luffy, of the Gear 5 Luffy, which I think is going to be a focus of the strategy, depending on what they announce on the OPO9, but I believe they're going to do that. I think they're going to make Gear 5 Luffy not have as much removal, but straight out try to not swarm as much as Red Purple Law, but swarm a little bit more, you know? So I think that's what they're going to do. So, with that said, I think that's where they're going to the ban list. On to the next topic, which is the Blackbeard. Now, you guys going to see here in the editing, I'm just going to straight up show you the support that Blackbeard got. I'm just going to read it here for you guys. I'm trying to not lose as much time editing as I normally do. So, first card is Van Algor, sorry if I'm saying it wrong, which is a countered 1k, 5 cost, 6k power, activate main, you may rest this character. If your leader has the Blackbeard Pirates, this is really good. Yes, leader locked characters. Give up to one of your opponent's characters -3 cost for this turn. Really nice, and when he gets KO'd, you straight out draw one card to help you with the leader effect. This is a good card. The only problem I see with this card is it's a 5 cost, so you can only use it on mid game, and even on mid game you cannot use his effect straight up, you know, the Blackbeard is showing to be a slower deck. I think they're going to try to slow the meta in OPO9. I think they're trying to mimic what they did in OPO7. I think OPO7 is the best meta we're going to have, and I think they're trying to just reach it with OPO9, and I think that's the focus, and I support that. Next card is Jesus Birch, black character. Yeah, exactly, because of Blackbeard. 4 cost, 5k power, Blackbeard Pirates, counter 1k. This character cannot be KO'd by your opponent's effects. If your leader has the Blackbeard Pirates type, this character gains 1k power for every 4 cards in your trash. So this man in late game can straight up be someone that even Law cannot bottom deck, and he cannot be KO'd. So it's a really strong card. He's a 4 cost, 5k power, but his effects can be very good when played in late game, by the way. I think what we're seeing here is Blackbeard is gonna discard a lot of cards because of his leader effect, and maybe with some other events. I believe maybe he'll use the Searcher card of the black. There you go, the Tempest Kick. Maybe he'll use this as well. You know, this counts as a card in trash, so you can activate its effect by having 9 cards on the trash, and you trash this, and this effect activates as a full. So I think he could do that, and then he goes with Chemistry with Jesus Birch. So yeah, this is nice, I think. Again, this support is all the common cards, so they're not straight up broken, but I think they're very balanced for the way they are, and I think they have good chemistry with Blackbeard, and only Blackbeard because finally Bandai learned we need leader lock the characters, or else we don't know what's coming on the future and could straight up break a deck like Red Purple Law. Last is Lafitte. I'm sorry if I'm saying the names wrong. He's a 1 cost, 1k power, Blackbeard Pirates, 1k counter. Activate main, you may rest this character and one of your Dawn. Look at the top 5 of your deck. Reveal up to one of Blackbeard Pirates type card and put it into your hand. Then place the rest of the cards on the bottom of your deck in any order. So this is pretty much a normal searcher. People are somewhat complaining that, you know, to get the Burst effect, maybe you should make this instead of putting on the bottom of the deck. Maybe like search the top 3 and trash just like many of the black searchers do. I think because every 4 cards in your trash on the burst would be too OP to have that. So I think Bandai tried to balance it by just giving Blackbeard a normal searcher. And I think that's fine. I think you're still gonna have very good ways to just straight out draw cards and put cards in your trash with your leader ability. Again, I think Tempest Kick could be a way. He can just give you draw 1 card and then placing it into the trash, and then late game you can use this as well to decrease the cost and then KO someone. I think that's the way. This is all the support I'm seeing right now by the time I'm recording this video. I think for now the leader looks very balanced, and I think that's very healthy and very good news to have. And I think he's got. People are saying it's going to be played with Blackbeard Pirates and the Black Animal Kingdom. I think that could be the way because of Jack. Jack will have good synergy with this card, obviously, with this leader. So I think that's a way. I think Tempest Kick could be a good tech card as well. And some of the yes, right here, some of the maybe the Navy, like this card right here, where you activate main instead of on play, could have synergy. But I don't think so. I think you're probably gonna use Animal King. No, actually no. If we go in terms of lore, he'll probably use the Navy and not the Jack. We're probably gonna get some support that they like to link the One Piece TCG with the anime. Which I think is really cool. So I think they're gonna try to make Blackbeard better with the Navy because how the character is, you guys know what he did, and with his own pirates, which obviously makes sense. So I think that's what they're going to try to do. Now, if that's really going to happen, we don't know, because the players can just straight up just see a bunch of Navy cards that are already released, as they are trying to do right now, and see better synergy, obviously. Now, next is the best part, I believe, which is the Black Purple Luffy. What you guys are seeing here is a deck list. Now, I'm gonna put a link in the description, which is a channel that there's they're on the east, and they, as soon as a card gets announced, especially leaders, they try to make a video of trying out the leader with some of the already released cards, and that's what they did with Luffy. I'm gonna give you guys the link in the description. I think there's some more of these types of channels that do this, but I believe the channel I'm linking is one of the best. They instead of just trying to make too much of on-theme deck, they try to make it actually a little bit competitive, and that's I believe that's what makes me enjoy their videos the most. So what you guys hear are seeing, it's not a deck list that they showed on the video. I'm gonna put the link in the description so you guys go check it out. This is just some adjustment I made because I always like to build my decks with the logic of, would I buy this card? If I would make this deck, would I buy all of the cards needed for make it absolutely competitive right here, right now, or not? So yeah, this is the adjustments that you guys are seeing. First of all, let's read the Luffy leader effects. Okay, so first of all, it's Monkey D. Luffy, 4 life, 5k power, Yonko, Straw Hat Pirates, Dawn. When you put 1 Dawn, all of your characters have 1 more cost, plus 1 cost. During your turn, once per turn, when 2 or more Dawn. This is very important. There are many people on the Discord discussing, thinking that if, for example, if you are at 10 Dawn and play 2 Queens, making -1 Dawn and then with the second Queen minusing 1 Dawn will activate his effect. No, it needs to be -2 Dawn with the exact same effect. So only the effects like this right here, which is Lion Threat, Imperial Herdmine, that straight up gives you -2 Dawn, activate this effect, just to clarify. When 2 or more Dawn cards are returned to your Dawn deck from play, set up to one from your Dawn deck as active and up to 1 from your Dawn deck as rested. So you just straight up get all of the Dawn back, and you even get 1 active, which I think is really nice. And I think the restriction of it having to be like the 2 Dawn at the same time is really nice as well. And obviously the players are already finding ways to abuse that, and I want to talk about that first. First of all, that is with the Black Maria. So as we know, Black Maria is a 3 cost, and when you activate her effect, you get 5 rested Dawn, and when you pass turn, you need to discard the Dawn back into the Dawn deck until you equal the same number of Dawn of your opponent. Now, this as insane. By the way, the king here is obviously because the Luffy is not here yet, so yeah. So this is really nice. Let's imagine you are going first, you're at 3 Dawn, you play Maria, you just straight up use her a little bit and pass. Your opponent is at 2 Dawn. So what's going to happen is you're going to return as much Dawn as you would to be at 2 Dawn. Now, this could be a letdown because you were at 3, now you're at 2, but you're actually ramping up 1 Dawn. Because your leader effect activates because it's just straight up sending a bunch of Dawn back to the deck. So you get 2 Dawn, making you at least ramp up 1 Dawn every turn. At least. Because then, here's the second card that has insane chemistry. The Gear 5 Monkey D. Luffy is back, and goddamn, I love the chemistry that this card has with the leader. Straight up, you play this, once again you send the 10 Dawn back, put everything on your field back into the deck. This will activate your leader effect, which will give you 2 Dawn. 1 of those Dawn are active, so you activate your Gear Luffy effect of activate made once per turn, add 1 Dawn from your Dawn deck as active, putting you at 3. Then it gives you, because of his on-play effect, it gives you an extra turn, so you pass turn, you're already at 5 Dawn. So you're pretty much playing a 10 Gear 5 Luffy and you're still on 5 Dawn. If you really want, you can play Maria and get all the Dawn back as well. So yeah, he has insane chemistry with this deck. Being at 5 Dawn on your second turn could straight up help you set up some more bodies. So that's the 2 cards that have the most chemistry that I saw. And now let's talk about what I saw on that video of them. Again, channel on the description. They pretty much are only playing purple cards, which is why I'm really excited about this deck, because you guys know how much I love the purple color. And so a purple black deck that pretty much plays purple is like, it's making me want to make the deck, and I don't have the money. so yeah, obviously, first of all, let me talk about some adjustments I made. They're not playing Zorjur, they're playing the Bond Clay. Obviously, that's the best card, but again, because of the logic that I told you guys about, I will not play the Bond Clay unless he's at like 3 or 4 euros. I'm pretty much gonna I would first buy the 4 Gear 5 Luffy, which are €7 each, than the Bonkley. So I'm just playing Zoro. He's searchable with the new Searcher Zoro. I'm putting a print right now. And so I think it's a bit slower, but it's enough as a budget option. So yeah, I'm not gonna buy Bonklays. I'm sorry, they're too expensive, and I don't think you really need them to make a deck function. Even this one. So yeah, the other one is they're playing 2 Sanjis and not 2 Sanjis and 2 Jinbeis. I only have 2 of these Sanjis. I'm not gonna buy more unless they go down on price. If they go down on price, I will pick 2 more, but for now that's it. The rest is pretty much the same. The only thing that changes is I'm playing 4 of these events and 3 of the new Luffy Taro, and they were playing 4 Luffy Taro and 3 of these events. No, this Frankie was not here. This Sanji is the new Sanji, not the old Sanji. This Usopp is not the old Usopp, is the new Usopp. Searcher Zoro, they are only playing Borsalino. Yeah, this Frankie is not here, but I don't remember the card that was here. So yeah, we're just gonna leave it at that. So what I want to talk about here is this is pretty much a purple deck. Let's be honest. The only thing they were playing is Borsalino because it's a card that cannot be KO'd on your opponent's effect, which is really nice. I could see obviously some other cards having good chemistry with Gear 5 Luffy. Is, for example, this Sanji. If you go second, you can straight up just attach one down to your leader, and then once you play this will not be a 5 cost, will actually be a 6 cost, which activates automatically is on play effect. If you have a 6 cost or greater character in play, KO up to one of your opponent's cost 5 or lower characters, which is really nice, obviously. So I could see maybe in the future play 2 of these Sanjis, maybe some others from the starter deck. Maybe they actually made the Gear 5 Luffy purple and black to try and make you buy the starter deck, the new starter deck for purple, and the new starter deck for black. I could see this Sanji being played, but for what I read from the other characters, I don't see that much chemistry. This Sanji does have a good nice combo, but the rest I don't really see it. And yeah, that's it. I think that's it. Another card could be Kid. Just, you know, when you play the new Luffy Taro, that gives you less Vandana, and then you play like a purple character, you straight up just get the Dawn back with a Kid blocker, but I don't think you're gonna have space. Another thing I want to talk about is I think they're actually going to lean a little bit more on the purple side for this leader because of the Searcher Zoro. The Searcher Zoro lets you search any Straw Hat, even himself, but he has to be purple. So I think they're going to lean a little bit on that because they want to make this starter deck as functional as possible. So I think they're going to make a lot of chemistry with that. Borsalino is nice, maybe we'll see some other cards. I think these 2 events, Top Knot and Lion's Threat, are really nice tech that they showcased on the video. I'm actually showcasing here the Jinbei. I think Jinbei can be really good if played with Luffy. So with the Luffy Taro, so yeah. But I think the Top Knot, the Lion's Threat, and the Borsalino, and maybe this Frankie here, could straight up just get replaced by some support on OP9. I think that's what's going to happen. I think this is good tech art to have. The deck, if you guys see the video of them, you guys will see the deck is actually super functional like this right now, which makes me really happy. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say. I think I covered everything. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, consider liking and subscribing. I always appreciate when you guys stay until the end of the video, and goodbye.